I'm Amy.
Crystal.
Lucas.
Nice to meet you here at Family Crisis Center. So what brings you in today?
We want to get help for our son.
Okay, and what's going on with your son?
Basically substance abuse.
Okay, and how long has this been going on?
Since he was about 16,
And how old is he now?
21.
Okay, and he had any interventions before?
Some rehab, but it was court ordered. It's not like he went on his own.
Okay, and was that successful or?
No.
Okay,
No.
so he slid back into his old patterns?
No.
Okay. And how does this affect the family?
Well, I mean, it stresses us out. We have to worry about whether he's in jail, whether he's stealing, whether, he's got a fiance and a new baby and one on the way, and it affects them and it stresses them out. And
Okay.
very unpredictable.
Okay. And for his family, does he stay, are they married or are they just together?
They're boyfriend and girlfriend right now. They're living with her mom in Chatham.
Okay, but they live together.
Yes.
Okay, and how does it affect them?
It affects her greatly because she's the one who gets the blunt of everything,
Okay.
He comes down, he's angry, up and he's passed out. She's taking care of the baby constantly, no help.
Okay, and has she ever left them or have they always stayed together?
It's off and on. If she does leave, it's for 2-3 weeks, maybe at the most, days at a time. Oh, I'm back with him again next day, so.
And then it
It's
starts
a
all over
cycle.
again? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how long have the two of them been together?
About 5 years.
5
5 or
years?
6 years.
Okay, and how does she feel about it? Do you know?
She doesn't say too much, but when she does say it, she's very, she's stressed out. I mean, she's got a baby, and she's got a new baby coming, and he runs her ragged, and she's always upset, and she's, sad. I mean,
Right.
Almost at her wit's end.
yeah.
Okay, and has she sought any help of any kind
No.
at this point? Does she just kind of deals with it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do they both work?
Yes.
Okay.
They both work. They both work at the same place, which there's no break there either. You know what I mean? Like, they
Right.
live together, they work together. So she doesn't even have a little bit of time to kind of group it all together. And here lately, he just explodes. I never know when he's gonna explode. And that's what's
Okay.
scary.
So he does get violent then.
Oh yeah, not really with her. He's never hit her. Never, nothing. But like he'll go break a window, or he's attacked her mom a few times, or he's thrown food on the floor. Or, I mean, he's got a very explosive personality.
Okay. And how is he with his child?
I mean, he is not really like affectionate with her per se, but he's never like mistreated her ever. Like he would never hit her or leave her by herself. But he's very distant. But he's like that with everybody. Like Austin has a trouble connecting and loving and saying how he really feels, and he responds out of fear, and he responds out of guilt, and I mean, if he feels threatened, like if you hurt his feelings, or he doesn't know how to respond to his feelings. So therefore, he turns to substance abuse to deal with life, and it's just not good.
Okay. And then you said he's been in rehab before, and then that didn't really work. Has he sought like any kind of mental assistance to see if maybe?
Oh.
When he needs it, bad, but he doesn't realize there's a problem.
Okay. Does any of his actions, does he track them, or does anybody track what he's doing and how often he does this?
Well, not on pen and paper, but
Okay.
mentally. I mean, he probably explodes at least twice a month.
Okay.
But like I said, he doesn't realize it, and a lot of times he's so drugged out, he doesn't remember it. Like he'll argue with you like he didn't do that, because he doesn't remember anything. He don't even remember the simple things. He'll come over here and ask me a week later if he came over here. I'm like, yeah, you don't remember it.
Okay, yeah, that's a bad place to be in. So, do you think he would be open to keeping track of perhaps
No.
when he does that? No.
Absolutely not.
Do you think his girlfriend would be open to?
Yeah, she
tracking
might
his
if
behaviors?
if it's not to the point where if she don't forget to do it, because like when he gets like that, she's a nervous wreck.
Right.
But I think maybe if she would, you know, maybe make a conscious decision to sit down and do that, she would do that for us, I'm sure, yes.
Right, because I mean, it's also a bad situation for her to be in and for her to be raising children in.
Mm-hmm.
So there's got to be a way that we can kind of work with him or hopefully track what he's doing to help him realize what he's doing. And then also how it affects everybody. Like if, you know, everybody, each time he has this explosive behavior, would track what he did and how it made people feel. Possibly that would open him up to seeing maybe I'm doing something and hurting others at a time that he's not so explosive.
But I don't think he would care.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just so distant from everybody. It's almost like he doesn't have a connection with his mom. He doesn't have a connection with his daughter, his girlfriend, anybody. I mean, so he would almost be like, and?
Right,
Okay.
right. I would like to get it on video,
Right.
just to play it back and say, see how ridiculous you were acting? If he remembers it, he'd be like, I don't care. If he don't remember it, he'd probably be like, oh crap, but then he wouldn't care.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's gonna wake the boy up. I really
Right.
don't.
And have you ever tried like role modeling to show like how he acts when he's doing this?
No. Because a lot of times, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't want to say we tiptoe around the subject, but we kind of do because we don't want to make him explode. So, I mean, I will say things to him like, son, you need to straighten up, son, you need to do this, son, you need to do that. But the bad thing about it is 90% that he doesn't do it around me. So then if he knows that I know, then that means his girlfriend has been telling me things. And then I don't want to put qualms between them two. I want to
Right.
keep that open communication with me and her. So she can call me and say, Crystal, this is what's going on. You know, I don't want her to feel like I'm betraying her trust and not, you know what I mean? Like, I want to help her, but I don't want to get her in trouble, you know, per se
Absolutely,
with him
right.
either. And I want to, like I said, I want to keep that communication open. I don't want her to feel like, well, every time I tell Crystal something, she runs and tells Austin. So where's the trust there? But then again, I feel like as a mother, I should be addressing the problem as well.
Right.
So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. You
Okay.
know?
But do you think that she would be open to getting help? Or at least assisting her in the situation?
Yeah, I mean, I think she would be open to it. I just don't know. I don't want to say that she would do it, but like, I don't really know what word I'm looking for. Like, I know she's really busy and she'd just be like, oh, I can handle it. You know, it's not really that bad. But I think it's getting to the point where she's kind of realizing that she might not be able to handle it.
Do you think she would come in with extra support though, so that way she wouldn't feel like she's cornered or she's trying to kind of, you know, be the one that says all the bad things about him by still getting a little help herself?
Yeah, I mean, I think she would. I mean, she's very open. She's very sweet. Like, she comes to us for everything. So, yeah, I do think. I don't know if she would do it with Austin knowing it.
Right.
You know, it might be have to do, you know. But then again, she tells Austin everything, so she would probably end up telling him anyway.
Okay.
You know, just because that's just how she is, so.
Okay. So, the situation right now that they're living with her mother, and how is that working out?
Bad.
Okay.
Her mother's a nervous wreck. When you can't, and I from personal experience, you can't say anything to him. If you bring up a situation and you say this needs to change or that needs to change or you need to do this,
He takes it very
he
defensive.
blows completely out
Yeah,
of
he
proportion.
takes it very defensively, like it's a personal attack.
Okay.
And he doesn't know how to sit down and go, yeah, you're right, I need to work on that. He takes it as a personal attack, like you're saying, oh, you're a failure, you're this, you're that, and his mind just can't.
And he will physically react to it.
Yes, physically, it's
Okay.
very violent.
So has he done damage to her home?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
and her. I mean, he's
Threw her Thanksgiving turkey on the floor, her entire Thanksgiving dinner on the floor. You
He's
know,
tore up the kitchen. I mean,
and he's attacked her. I mean, it can be horribly violent.
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay, and this is also the home that his child lives in?
Yes.
So does the child see
Oh yeah.
his behavior?
And she's only a year old, but you know, I'm scared as the time goes on, she's gonna see more and more. You know.
Okay. Has he had any kind of like anger management
No.
or anything like
He
that?
says He says he don't need he doesn't need a stranger telling him he has a problem. He don't, like, cause I begged him to go to therapy and, you know, like, a place where he can just talk and get his feelings out and his aggressions, and if there's something bothering him, or, you know, and he's like, no, I don't need a stranger telling me what my problems are. He doesn't understand how therapy works, you know, he doesn't understand, and I don't really think he wants to hear that he has a problem either, so,
I think he's avoiding the situation altogether.
yeah.
Okay, and what about his legal situation? Has he gotten in trouble for this?
Yeah,
Multiple times.
yeah, and they slap him on the wrist and then he gets out, and I mean, he'll be good for a little bit, but it's almost, I don't wanna say he's not smart enough, but it's almost like there's something going on upstairs that's just not clicking. I mean, it's bad. I mean, he doesn't think before he acts at all. It's just, once that fuse is lit, there's no going back, and he does stupid stuff without thinking. He just does it like he's 2, like a 2-year-old. He's 21 years old and he just snaps off, so.
Okay, and does he ever have any remorse for what he does,
No.
or is it just I did it and
Nope.
that's okay?
Nope.
Yep. He's like, well, we'll deal with the consequences, but yep, it's done.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard I'm sorry ever come out of his mouth. Me and him's gotten into a few fist fights, and I don't think I've ever heard the words I'm sorry come out of his mouth.
Okay. So with that being said, do you think maybe his girlfriend and possibly her mother would be open to getting some kind of services to at least see where they're at mentally?
They might be, yeah. I mean, I know that both of them are to the Nets win. I know she's just wanting to, you know, she wants to kick him out, but she won't because she's scared Amber will go with her, and then she won't get to see the baby.
Right. So I think maybe next time we'll try working on bringing them in and seeing where they're at and their
Right.
mentality of what they're open to. And then possibly maybe tracking his behavior a little bit, and see if we can bring that to the table at some point to see how we can curb it and possibly bring him in
Right.
to a session where he's not being attacked, but where everybody's just open about how they feel and see how he reacts to that,
Right.
because everybody's a little bit different.